Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylett RV, and I wanted to take some time to have, it's kind of a tough conversation, but it's a good one to have. One of the areas I think I've always found us to be a very successful dealership is by building proper expectations with customers. And I want to talk a little bit about what an RV is and what it isn't. It's kind of like a car, it's kind of like a house, but it's not either of those things. It has its own unique sets of rules and guidelines and shape and character. And what I mean by that is the marketing guys in this business, and maybe I'm guilty of some of this. You know, I'll take my credit. I can, I've got broad shoulders. I'll take that. But the marketing guys in this business have really pumped the word residential into the RV business lately, especially into the towable market. And there's this whole tiny house movement that's become such a thing. Everybody calls it tiny houses. These are little tiny houses that you tow around. They're not. A camper is a little box that we get to play house in. It's a pretend home. It's got all of the same basic things as a house, but it's not a house. And I don't think whether people spend $5,000 or $50,000 or $500,000, they expect it to be exactly like a brand new home, which is funny because I think people have unrealistic expectations of a brand new home. Case in point, take a brand new house. Somebody builds a brand new, beautiful luxury home. I don't care what they spend on that thing. It's gonna settle. You hear people all the time, well, the house is still settling, it's creaking, it's moaning, it's groaning. Why are they saying that? Because nuts and bolts and fasteners are still kind of wiggling a little bit and they're getting settled in their final, more dedicated position. And what happens is, brand new house, you're gonna see a piece of drywall crack. Not a problem. We patch over that, we take care of it. In 2 years, you forget it even happened. You don't even worry about it. That's exactly how a camper is. That's exactly how an RV is. The difference is, an RV doesn't get to settle like that brand new luxury home in one location. No. Instead, we hook it up to a truck and we drag it down the highway at 70 miles an hour, literally with a 4 on the Richter scale earthquake inside and 70 mile an hour hurricane force winds outside with 140 mile an hour gusts when you pass a big semi. Your house doesn't have to go through that. It has to be built different. RVs have to be built to move a little. Rigidity is fine, but there has to be some area within that chassis where those stresses can be expressed and that thing can move a little bit. Some brands build from the ground up with the idea of build the wiggle into it, is kind of how they say it. There's nothing wrong with that. There is more than one way to skin a cat. Some brands try to build their boxes rigid as they can to just soak up all those shocks and jolts, and there's value to that too. I don't know that either discipline is wrong, and I think that when implemented properly, both are just fine. But that brings me to the next point. We take this RV. In Michigan, we're very blessed with one of the highest concentrations of like seasonal sites. But even if it's not a seasonal, this is still true. But people they'll get the trailer and they'll park it next to a deck and they'll build something onto it. And then when they need service work because of some sort of initial settling defect, you could say, we'll just say defect, well, you got to send a guy out to fix this. Factory warranties don't cover that sort of thing. Just like if you have your brand new house and you send somebody or you call somebody to come out to fix it, you are going to pay them a service fee to show up and fix that. It's exactly the same thing. I'm not trying to scare people away. I'm trying to give you proper expectations of this. People say, well, no, you need to come out and fix this. That's ridiculous. Is it really? Is that what you said to the Ford store? Because Ford doesn't come out to fix your truck. Chevy, GM, Nissan, nobody. They're not going to come to your house in your driveway at your site to work on this thing. No, it's on wheels. You need to bring it to them. That's how these warranties are structured to work. It's a travel trailer, it's or a fifth wheel travel trailer, or a motor home. It's got a motor. It's made to move. Inconvenient at times, absolutely. Is it our goal to have you back for service work? No. I don't want that phone call. I want to get it done right the first time. That's why before we sell anything, we run it through 3 waves of pre-sale inspections, basically. There's the initial that when it comes in, we have what's called a pre-prep, where before it's sold, before it goes out for sale out here in our lot, we go through and we fire the appliances, we check everything, the lights, the TV, the water tanks, and everything else. We do all that. Then, before you take it home, we do all of that again. Before we walk you through a pre-delivery inspection or orientation or whatever phrase each dealership has for it in your region. You know, we call it an orientation here. Yet, despite all of that, despite going through every reasonable measure, when you take these things home, stuff wiggles, man. Sometimes things bounce and wiggle loose. But that's why we have a service department. That's why we take care of folks. We've really drastically improved our service department the last couple of years, and we've grown so much we have by far and away the largest service department in several counties. Frankly, for years, the dealerships down the street, both of them, their best 2 service bays were my last 2 warranty bays because they don't service their customers after the sale. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm obviously not coming to you as the hippy-dippy car salesman over here on the corner of US 12 and Fisk, you know, 99, 89, 79. I'm trying to give you guys reasonable, good expectations about what this business is and what it isn't. It's tons of fun. It's tons of fun. But you got to remember, these things have to have time to settle. And we are a culture that we want immediate gratification. I want fun now, partner. You know, I don't want this thing in your driveway. I want it in my driveway. I get that. I get that. I kind of call it, no offense to them, but the Walmartization of America. You know, what do you mean you're not open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with rollbacks, you know? That's what we've grown used to that. It's become so steeped in our culture, we take it for granted. There is still a logistical aspect that has to go into some of this. Like I said, it's a tough conversation. I really debated about having this, but I wanted to give you guys good, solid, honest information. You know, we're aware of it. We do everything we can to take care of it. I want to make you aware of it so that you can have proper expectations. It's not something you can really plan around. It's something that just becomes our reality from time to time. But it's like a spare tire or health insurance. That's what that factory warranty is. I hope you never, never need that factory warranty. Just like I hope you don't get sick and miss work. But sometimes you catch debris and you need to use that spare tire. Sometimes a hose wiggled loose and we have to have our techs get that fixed up for you. I wish that wasn't true. I wish these things didn't have to have warranties. I wish they all came with lifetime guarantees. Unfortunately, that's just not a realistic thing. But I want to give you realistic expectations. I went on a lot. Wow, 8 minutes and 15 seconds already. I've gone on a lot longer than I intended to here. But again, my goal here is not to scare you, is not to make excuses. My goal is to help people, even a few of you, understand what we're looking at here. And I want you to be able to move forward with positive expectations and be happy with your purchase, not disappointed. Nobody wants disappointment. I don't want it. You don't want it. This is a business of fun. But it's also a business of service. So I want to be proactive, not reactive in service. And I want to try to set those good expectations now. I hope you guys understand the message that I'm conveying here. Like I said, it's kind of a risky thing for me to have this conversation. And it sort of reminds me of, like, for years the automotive manufacturers fought the government on putting seatbelts in cars. Because they didn't want people going, what do you mean? Cars are unsafe? We never considered that before. Well, you know, I'm glad those seatbelts are there. As a consumer, I want that. And before I spent my tens of thousands of dollars, I want to know the honest truth on that too. So hopefully you can respect and appreciate that. And I hope that this video is of some value to you. And if it is, maybe share it with some other folks. Make sure you subscribe to us. You know, usually I have more feature-oriented stuff, but I just wanted to kind of clear the air on that real quick. It's something that I've wanted to put out there for a long time. I'm rambling now. Hopefully, you know, you give us the opportunity to earn your business. And by the way, I don't care where you live, whether you're in Vegas or California or Texas or Maine or Florida or Wisconsin or anywhere in between. In my backyard in Michigan here, these things are on wheels. And whether we ship them to you or they ship from a local dealer to you, or from manufacturer to a local dealer, they still ship. Doesn't matter. Shipping. So give us a chance. You know that we're going to shoot you straight. Who else takes the time to put together a video like this? I haven't seen one yet. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.